What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. I do just want to take a quick moment and thank Hawthorne for sponsoring today's video. Hawthorne is a premium custom tailored cologne brand. You take a quick quiz and they send you 2 personal customized colognes. We got a special offer just for you guys, so stay tuned. That's coming up later. But first, let's jump into it.
Welcome to the channel. This is Trevor. This is MotionAutoTv. And one of the biggest suggestions that I had in one of my Mustang 2GZ swap videos was to actually do a Barra swap in there, which I would love to do a Barra swap. They're expensive, they're hard to get over here. I guess every time you ship them over in a container, they get pulled by the EPA no matter what, unless you take them apart. And it's just kind of one of them things. I just haven't been able to do one. I probably could have had one by now if I'd have actually did it, but I kind of slept, and given us the time constraints that we have now, I think you know, going with the 2JZ is kind of the best option for now. But the other suggestion, and the other thing I've seen online recently, is the interest in the 4200s. It's an inline 6 that's made here in America. It's GM, so General Motors, and it comes in like Envoys, Trailblazers, all that type of stuff. So it's basically a 4.2 liter inline 6, dual overhead cam, variable valve timing, or VTC, variable cam thing, and yeah. So we have those in America. You can find them everywhere, and I found one on Facebook Marketplace. So behind us is we have one that a guy was working on in his garage, and kind of didn't have the hood closed on it, and ended up driving down the street, busted out the window. So $300 is what we picked up that bad boy for. It's an 05. I think the 06 ones are supposedly better. If you guys follow any stuff on the internet, Tony Angelo from the Motor Trend channel, they actually did one recently where they tested one at 7 pounds of boost. They made 400 horse and 400 torque. But the unfortunate thing about that is, in order to see that stuff, you have to be subscribed to the Motor Trend thing, and I haven't actually subscribed to that, so I don't know the results or what they're doing. I know they're doing some other stuff with some cams. I know people have done this before, but yeah. So it is behind us. I guess I'll wait to the shop till we get to the shop, unload it a little bit, and show it to you guys, because it's beautiful. So this is. I'll quit rambling. Let's get to the shop. So we just got to the shop, and we're showing Ty the new purchase. You ready?
Let's see it.
What do you think of that? Look at that. It's freaking knee deep in rubber. It's got good fresh tires on it. It's only got a couple dings in it, and check this out. So it's an XUV.
Yes, it's like the long one.
So it's the XUV, but what it does...
Yeah, it seems like it's like twice as big.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's giant, but this thing right here, this thing folds down like a tailgate. And then this thing right here goes forward and up.
So it's like an avalanche.
And then there's a window that goes up right there.
So it's like an avalanche.
So it's yeah, this is like it's like an XUV. So there's like videos and pictures of these things online with like fridges and stuff like standing straight up in here, because you could put like a pallet right here. You could put some JZs in here.
That's interesting.
It's very interesting.
I didn't know about this.
And you guys have to see.
Well, it's like, did you see
what
that
is
on like a Chevy Avalanche, the whole like back of the whole back wall like folds down or something?
Look, what kind of rocks do we get? Got some custom rocks.
I mean, they have kids, bud. Kids love rocks.
I mean, kids do like rocks, that's for sure.
Rocks.
Look at the front. So it's a little dirty, but it has a key. It has a 100. Oh, we got some noodles.
That's not why you bought it. It doesn't matter.
Ty, you want some spaghetti rings and noodles?
Thank you.
We got some other stuff, but the big thing lies underneath this hood. Are you ready for this? Well, I gotta unstrap it, so then I'll show you. You ready for this?
The Barra.
Look at that. That right there, my friends, is an AmeraBarra. So this bad boy, so it's actually an 05. I thought it was an 06. In one of the Motor Trend things, they were talking about swapping an 06 head on their stuff, so I'm assuming the 06 ones are better, but 05, I think it's probably fine. I mean, maybe the 05s are good too. You think the 05s are good?
Sure. I mean, they made like 400 on a stock one.
Yeah. So this is one of, it's an aluminum block, aluminum head. It's like that you know them coolers that you get at the gas station? It's one of those. It's like that's how the block is on here. It's like the
low pressure casting.
Low pressure aluminum cast thing. So it's aluminum block, aluminum head, 4.2 inline 6. and it's got a GM computer on it, so I'm assuming
You can tune it with HP tuners.
Tune it with the HP tuners, and you guys know how well the Crown Vic ran, so hopefully we could at least get that out of here. But I don't know. Kind of want to pull it in and make a turbo for it tonight. You think? Actually, I think we should go get a battery. So it needs a battery. That was one of the things that it needs. It has an oil leak. I should probably check the oil on it because he said he changed the water pump and he had to drop the oil pan.
Let's just
to get to the timing chain thing.
This for a little bit. We got other things to worry about.
I mean, we do have other stuff, but I don't want to
get it running.
I don't want to. Yeah, let's go get a battery. Let's do a burnout with it. Is it all? I'm pretty sure it's all-wheel drive.
It should be,
something like that. But yeah,
like a switchable.
Frickin'. Nope, it's rear-wheel drive.
They're not.
Ty. That means we can do frickin' burnouts. This will be my new. Oh, this could be the burnout vehicle. We could have the AmeraBarra, take it to Cletus and Cars, and do a burnout with it. With my XUV, drive it in the demo drags, and then bring it back. And then what we could do is put it in the drift car, put it in a Supra, put it in a Fox body, put it in something. It's obviously not going in the Mustang right now, but I think it'll look good.
Oh man, it's enough for a quick break. What's this? Oh yeah. So I don't know about you guys, but if you're like me, buying cologne has never been an easy experience. Maybe you only get that like cheap stuff from Walmart or something from your grandma in your stockings or something like that. Or I've even in the past bought fake name brand colognes from people and didn't get my money worth. Wasn't very excited. And so this is where today's video sponsor, Hawthorne, comes in. Hawthorne actually makes it really easy to get you guys premium tailored cologne. With Hawthorne, you don't got to go to the store. You don't have to purchase it from a distributor or anything like that. What you do is you go online, you fill out a quiz, they ask you some cool questions. They even ask you like if you prefer whiskey, beer, anything like that. I'm actually kind of a craft beer guy, so I selected that one. And what they did is they took all those different results based on like my skin type, my activities, where I work, different things I like to eat and drink, and they send me 2 custom tailored colognes. So I got one right here that says work. I'm guessing that's like my day cologne, and then one that says play on it. So I'm looking at these. I've actually only so far been trying the work one. Hasn't been a whole lot of play going on lately. We're actually been shut down, but man, this one smells great. I've actually been trying it. Even one day I came in and Trevor even gave me a compliment. Kind of weird, but you know, I'm not around a whole lot of people lately. So if I can get Trevor to give me a compliment, then you know it smells good. So if you're like me, you know, you don't always maybe buy your cologne or you've been using the same one for years and you're not sure if it's right for you, Hawthorne makes it super simple and takes out all of that scarcity and everything of buying a cologne out of the process. What they do even is if you don't like your custom tailored colognes, they're going to ship them to you for free, and they're actually going to return them for free and make as many revisions as you like based on your feedback, free of charge. So, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that's a pretty good deal. I've never had anybody, you know, offer to tailor something to me, you know, over and over for free. You guys should definitely go ahead and give Hawthorne a shot. It's definitely been some of my favorite colognes. I like smelling good, looking my best and everything when I can, when I'm not getting grungy and dirty down here at the shop. So what they're going to do for you viewers, hook you guys up, they're going to go ahead and save you 10% off your first order. And that's going to be, you know, you get 2 bottles of cologne, not just one. And it's come out to the price of what you'd pay for like one decent name brand cologne. So go ahead and support them for supporting us and sponsoring this video. You're going to use code MotionAuto. There's going to be a link down here in the description. Make sure you check that out. And go ahead and get smelling your best. I guarantee you, people around you, wife, girlfriend, everybody like that's going to thank you.
So just got back from Walmart. We got that Value Power, the $50 battery. I absolutely love those things for cars that you don't care about because, you know, you could go to the junkyard and give them like 20 bucks for a freaking piece of crap battery. You could buy one of these and it has a 1-year warranty. So, 186. Ooh. There we are. Didn't the windshield wipers work? That almost freaking sniped my finger off. The windows don't work. Okay, that's sketchy. Ty, you like that? Alright, well I guess we need to get it unstrapped and take it off the trailer. Safety first.
Hold the damn thing so fuse out. That's practical. I'm going to pump.
Ready for this?
Talk about a one-wheel kill.
Holy cow. Tow it. Breaks loose.
The hatch is open. The rear hatch is open.
Oh God.
And welcome to today's video, and potentially the start of a silly, stupid project, but I think it's going to work out. It's going to be super low budget. It's going to be a lot of fun, hopefully, and hopefully you guys will learn something along the way, and I'm probably going to learn a lot of stuff along the way too. After we were done messing around with it 3 months ago, it was pretty obvious that it didn't actually have any coolant in it, and the guy who I got it from said that he pulled the oil pan off because he had to replace the water pump on it. So it is leaking. I'm not sure if it's from the water pump or the bottom of the radiator, but this fan, the fan clutch is actually locked in right now, so it's just super loud and it's kind of in the way. So what I'm going to do real quick is actually pull off this fan shroud, and kind of one of the main goals of today's video is going to be to see if this thing, how much potential is in it. Obviously the whole reason behind this thing was, you know, initially when I did the 2JZ swap in my Mustang, everybody's like, why didn't you go with the Barra Australia, the engine from Australia, which they're only made in Australia. They're a 4-liter inline 6, and they make a lot of power, factory turbo, and we don't have anything over like that here in the United States, at least turbo, at least. And the closest thing is this thing right here, which this thing is a 4.2 liter inline 6 aluminum block, aluminum head GM, and you could find like 30 of these things at your local junkyard. So goal is to kind of see how much potential is in this engine. We're obviously going to swap it into something else. This is kind of a good thing. Most of these things are all-wheel drive. This thing's actually 2-wheel drive, and so one of the plans is going to be to see if you could tune this thing with HP tuners. I know that's an option that you can do. I think maybe you have to do something different with the head, or no, with a different harness. Somebody was saying, Hot Rod Garage actually did one of these things. They haven't actually put it in something. They just did some engine dyno stuff, but they said something about swapping it onto a like an 06 engine harness and ECU. This one's an 05, but the HP tuners should connect to it, so I'm going to download the tune file and look at it. I also want to pull off the intake and see what the intake sounds on, see if it sounds cool at least. And then the other thing is I want to cut off the exhaust and actually hear how it sounds. So the goal is to actually turbocharge this thing in its current state right here in this, since it's already in it's already in something that runs and drives. It's not like we have to swap it in something and go build a drive shaft and make custom mounts and do a bunch of wiring stuff later. It's already in there, it's already ready to go. So I guess I'm going to start messing with that fan shroud thing real quick, see if this thing actually does have like a blown head gasket or something. Hopefully not. And then we'll just start messing with it from there. So I got the radiator out of it. It's leaking a little bit of tranny fluid and some coolant. But you can see down here on the bottom, the radiator is actually just, the clamps came out. It looks like it just expanded. So maybe it had some water in it, maybe it froze, maybe it has a freaking blown head gasket. If you look right here, got like a little smoke coming out of there, and then it's like rusty in there. And then the other sign that kind of has me scared, there's a little bit of white stuff on there last time we opened that, which is kind of a sign that, you know, there might be a little bit of coolant in the oil, but with a little bit of smoke coming out of here, that could be combustion in the coolant. So it's really hard to say. So I'm gonna go ahead, try to squeeze this thing back together, pop it back in, throw some water in it, and see if it'll actually hold coolant pressure, and then we could see go from there. All right, so before I put this thing
back in the car, I went ahead and did a pressure test. I basically cleaned everything right here, pinched it all down, and it was still leaking. So I just kind of sealed it up, just blew a little bit of air in it with some soapy water, and this whole side was just pretty much leaking. And it seems like the aluminum's pretty distorted. It's kind of tweaked out and pushed out, so it's kind of weird looking. See right here, it's like flat, and then down here, it's like kind of bowed out. Kind of looks like almost ballooned. So definitely probably had something to do with water or something in it. So I went ahead and just cleaned it off and threw a nice big O bead of JB Weld on it. So hopefully that kind of at least lets us pressurize the system to kind of test for some other stuff. The other thing I could do is actually do a like a compression test on it, and then maybe like a leak down thing, but I don't have a leak down thing. I could do this other little thing where you could do like some fluid in it. Like if there's combustion vapor coming out of the cooling system, it'll actually turn this like blue liquid clear basically. So that's another option to see head gasket wise, because I definitely don't want to be putting a bunch of effort into this engine if it's going to have a bunch of issues. So one of the things I want to do while that's kind of drying up is actually cut off the exhaust on this thing. So as of now, it's just super quiet. You guys heard it trying to do a burnout earlier. And so I just want to whack off basically probably right after the catalytic converter real quick, just before the mufflers. What?
You just want to whack off?
No, David. Jeez. No, I mean, actually, I do kind of want to whack it off. I want to whack something off, but it's the exhaust. Alright, so got the little, this is like a little trash can with some mesh in it. I don't know what that is behind, that was right behind the exhaust manifold. So I removed that and then went ahead, put the radiator back in it. Haven't put any water or anything in it yet, and I'm just going to leave the fan out of it for now. Just to splash a little bit of water in it and see if it actually leaks, which is probably going to end up leaking. But mostly just hook up the tranny cooler lines so I could start this thing up with the open exhaust now. So let's see what she sounds like. Sounds just like a big Jay-Z. Amazing. Kind of smells like it has the 85 in it. Nice though. It just seems really laggy. Probably ain't gonna make any power either. Maybe I should put some water in it and then see what it does. Can't quite put my finger on it. Alright guys, well I think that's going to be it for me messing with this thing. I honestly thought it was going to be a lot better and make more power or do something different, but it just feels super, super weak. It's crazy. Literally has 0 check engine lights, 186,000 miles. Just so weird. There's no like airbag lights or warning lights. It doesn't even tell you that the door's open, which is kind of odd. But yeah, if anybody needs any parts off of one of these things, let me know. And kind of one of the things I'm not sure what I should do is if I should just go to the junkyard and get one like out of a wrecked 06, which the 06s supposedly have like better cams and a different cylinder head that flows a little bit better, I guess. And then just, I believe the transmissions off of the Colorados, like the manual transmission, which is like an AX5 or an AX15. I don't know exactly what it is, but basically comes behind like a turbo Solstice or a Colorado. So one of those transmissions just bolts directly to this supposedly. But But yeah, I don't know if I should just do that and then swap it in something. Like let's say I have that notchback Mustang, so you do like a manual transmission and the Mustang, and then turbo it and do all the stuff in there. Or if I should spend time, and since everything already works in this thing, just throw like a $60 radiator in it and then go to the junkyard and get like another 06 engine, and then maybe we could like build this one on the side or something like that. So I don't know how far I want to try and push the platform. I just thought it would be kind of cool, you know, on a budget to throw a little bit of money at it. Or not a lot of money actually, just more so like a little bit of effort with like slapping turbo on it, make some turbo noises, do some burnouts, and have some fun. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see exactly what happens. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Radiator leaks. I feel like it has a blown head gasket and it doesn't make any power at all. You can even hear it when it's revving. It sounds kind of cool when it revs, but it just literally doesn't make any power. So I'm gonna put this thing away and try to figure out what the next move is with it. What a beast. It just did a good burnout for some reason.